Campfacer.
Hey, what's going on, campers? Campfacer here. Welcome back to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game video. You guys, not everybody out there knows about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game. So, without further ado, let's recap the game before we get into the news today. Today's news is a little something we already covered, but something a little different. But before we dive into that, let's tell the folks out there what this game's all about. Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game is a asymmetrical multiplayer game. It's based off the 1974 movie. It's actually, the story for this game is months leading up to that movie. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, because the developers of this game are the same developers that worked on Friday the 13th, the game. And this time around, it's a 3v4, 3 killers versus 4 victims at the same time, you guys. Now, this game's going to be a lot different than Friday the 13th the game was. This is more stealth-based. Instead of fighting the killer, you're trying to sneak around and unlock to escape the house, like in the movie, kind of, sort of. There's 3 maps coming out at launch. The game's due to come out in 2023. There's no release date just yet, you guys. You got to be patient. They haven't announced anything like that yet. So they're still working on the game. So, that being said, thank you for joining this video. Today's news, let's dive into the news. Gun Interactive over on Twitter said, victims can disable the power that electrifies a cattle grid exits. After a cooldown, the family can turn them back on to secure the property. Okay, that's a little different here. I know in Friday the 13th, the game, Jason could disable the car after the victims had started the car, but in that situation, all they gotta do is jump in and turn the key. It's a little flip-flopped in this situation where the beginning of the match, the killers have a job to do. So they're not just going down in the basement to try to find the victims and kill them. They have to go, whether they have to go outside and turn on the power to the electric fence, to the cattle fence, which if you're a victim, if you touch that fence without shutting off the fence power, you will get shocked and injured in the game. You'll injure your character. I don't know if you can die, but it's been confirmed by one of the developers that you can actually get injured, so you don't want to go near that fence without turning off the power. Now, what you actually have to do to turn the power off for the electric fence, I don't know the details on that yet, you guys, but in this situation, in the beginning of the match, the killers, the Sawyer family, has to go outside and turn the power on. I don't know what's involved with that either, but you have to turn the power on. So while you're doing that, the victims in the basement that are tied up have a little bit of breathing space to get untied, maybe find a key to unlock a certain door, work together as a team, whatever. But if they get outside and turn the power off on those electric fences, the killers, the Sawyer family, can go turn the power back on after the cooldown. Now, again, I don't know how long the cooldown is, but in this situation, I'm a little nervous on both ends. Like, what if good players camp the power? So say, like, they turn the power off, and then that one victim runs off to go to open the gate, while another person camps in a bush while the killer goes to turn the power back on. When they walk away after the cooldown, the victim that was in the bush runs over and disables the power, like a back and forth trolling. I hope they don't troll the killers in this game. But we'll just have to wait and see. This is a fun little situation we got going on. Or I could almost see somebody doing that and then allowing a victim in the basement to unlock the door while the killer family, the Sawyer family, is going back and forth with victims outside. Somebody's unlocking the door to the basement. So I wonder how the balance is gonna work in this situation, you guys. Because again, if you're new to the channel and you don't know about this game, you cannot kill the Sawyer family, the bad guys, the killers, whatever you want to call them. You can only fend them off. There's different abilities each character has, and you have to use your ability accordingly to try to escape the map, unlock doors. Each victim has perks. One victim can hear the Sawyer families from far away if they're coming nearby. One victim can unlock doors quicker than the other victim. So it all pans out on who you choose and how you use your characters in this game, you guys. But this photo they showed off is very interesting. I love the lighting, the shadows in the foliage, in the whole Texas dry, like the trees, the electric fence there, the sunset. It's so nice looking, you guys. When I went there and I went to the property, I had that whole vibe too, because we went around like late afternoon when the sun was kind of cloudy and the sun was low, and we got that like effect when we're walking around the property. It was awesome. So and you guys, I know I'm rambling on here, but when the maps first released, I kind of called it on the map, the dotted line going around each map. I said, hey, that looks kind of like electric fence, or not an electric fence, but barbed wire fence to keep like animals in. But my guess was that must be the perimeter that we cannot go by to kind of keep us in the map from escaping. That's gonna be it for today's video. I want to say thank you so much for watching, you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click notifications and all, so I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, campers, stay out of the woods.